Millions of people around the world can't imagine their lives without small chocolates in bright shells. Today, M&M's is one of the most popular candy brands in the world. But how did this chocolate come about? How did it win the hearts of millions and become a true cultural icon? In this video, we will tell you in detail about the development of the M&M's brand, starting with its first steps in the early 1940s. 1941, a time when the world was experiencing the heavy moments of World War II. At this time, two entrepreneurs, who might have been forgotten if not for one great invention, began working on a product that would become iconic in the world of sweets. These were Forrest Mars, the son of the founder of Mars, and William Murray, the son of the owner of Hershey's, who began working together on something unusual. The idea behind the creation of M&M's emerged from the problems faced by soldiers during the war. Candies that melt in your hands or melt in the sun are not very convenient for those who are in hot countries or on the front lines. But what if chocolate could be made so that it wouldn't melt in the heat? And so, after many experiments, they came up with a solution: to wrap the chocolate candy in a special shell. This not only protected the chocolate from heat, but also gave the product a unique look. And so, the first version of M&M's was born. The brand name also has an interesting story. It was formed from the first letters of the last names of the two creators, Mars and Murray. Thus, M&M became a symbol of their partnership that brought the world one of the most famous brands. Originally, M&M's were not the product we know today. They were simply chocolate candies with a hard-colored shell. Initially, they could be found only in small 50-gram packages, and the main goal was to create a product that wouldn't melt in the sun. It was one of those cases when a technical solution led to the creation of an entirely new type of candy. But how did it turn out that such a simple product became so popular? Much of M&M's success was tied to the fact that they began to be sold actively during World War II. At that time, they found their first loyal fan, the United States Army. In wartime, soldiers who had to stay in hot conditions and with limited supplies for long periods needed something that could bring a little joy and, most importantly, not spoil. And M&M's became the perfect product for that. The candies with the colored shell not only maintained their shape, but didn't melt in the heat, making them easy to store and transport. The sweet chocolate with a crunchy shell became a favorite treat among soldiers, and the brand began to gain popularity. However, despite their success among the military, widespread popularity among civilians came a little later. In 1949, Mars launched an active advertising campaign to draw attention to the product. And it was during this year that the famous slogan appeared: "Melts in your mouth, not in your hand." This slogan still serves as the foundation of the brand's marketing and philosophy. The slogan clearly highlights one of the key features of the product: its convenience and uniqueness. It was exactly at this moment that M&M's became a recognizable product that truly captured the attention of the general public. However, despite this, the company continued to search for new ways to grow and expand. They realized that it was necessary not only to improve the product's quality, but also to actively expand the market. In 1954, new M&M's packaging was introduced, and the brand began promoting the product not only in the United States, but also in international markets. Over time, new flavors appeared: peanut, chocolate with almonds, coconut, and many others. The possibilities for flavor combinations were practically limitless. Over the decades, M&M's became more and more diverse. By the 1970s, the market was saturated with various flavors and colors. This undoubtedly attracted the attention of consumers, as now they could choose candies not only by taste, but also by color, adding an element of playfulness and fun to the process of consumption. At this stage, the brand continued to evolve, and a new idea emerged: to create characters associated with each M&M's color. These characters became bright, recognizable, and beloved figures in many advertising campaigns. They became cult characters that people knew and loved, and this only strengthened the affection for the brand. And so, decades later, the M&M's brand continues to delight us with new flavors, interesting ad campaigns, and remarkable marketing moves. These are not just chocolate candies. M&Ms have become part of world culture, true stars of commercials, movies, and even memes. Initially, M&Ms were not the product we know today. They were simply chocolate candies with a hard-colored shell. Initially, they were sold only in small 50-gram packs, and the main goal was to create a product that wouldn't melt in the sun. This was one of those cases when a technical solution led to the creation of a completely new type of candy. But how did such a simple product become so popular? Much of M&M's success was tied to the fact that they began to be sold actively during World War II. At that time, they found their first loyal fan, the U.S. Army. During the war, soldiers, who had to stay in hot conditions with limited supplies for long periods, needed something that could bring a bit of joy and, most importantly, not spoil. And M&Ms became the perfect product for that. The candies with the colored shell not only maintained their shape, but didn't melt in the heat, making them easy to store and transport. The sweet chocolate with a crunchy shell became a favorite treat among soldiers, and the brand started to gain popularity. However, despite their success among the military, widespread popularity among civilians came a little later. After the product gained popularity among U.S. soldiers, Mars decided to start a large-scale advertising campaign. In 1949, the famous slogan "Melts in your mouth, not in your hand" was launched, emphasizing the product's key feature, that the candies don't melt in your hands, but melt in your mouth. This slogan became not only the brand's trademark, but also a symbol that was actively used in marketing over the years. Along with this, the product began to be sold in more stores, and over the years, M&M's popularity continued to grow. Expanding markets, Mars actively introduced the product into mass culture, making it a favorite treat not only for Americans, but also for people in other countries. The candies became available in various forms, which allowed the brand to strengthen its position in the market. Advertising campaigns featuring famous actors, fun commercials, and bright colors became the brand's trademark. Soon, the commercials made M&Ms a recognizable symbol for not just candy lovers, but for all generations, creating an image of the brand associated with joy, fun, and good mood. Both children and adults loved these candies, and their popularity grew worldwide. By the 1970s, many new flavors of M&Ms appeared on the market, and they started gaining new consumer bases. The introduction of peanut M&Ms, chocolate with almonds, and other flavors turned M&Ms into a product that could satisfy any taste. While traditional chocolate remained popular, the company was actively experimenting with new ideas to attract an even larger number of buyers. Additionally, during this period, a number of new packaging designs were introduced, highlighting the product's variety. Along with the expansion of flavors, new packaging like larger bags and family-sized packages were introduced, allowing people to buy M&Ms in larger quantities. The brand became more accessible to all types of buyers, from single purchases to large family packs for home treats. The company decided to do something more than just offer a candy product and started developing characters associated with each color of M&Ms. These characters became bright and recognizable, playing an important role in making the brand even more popular. Each character, whether red, yellow, or green M&M, became a true star and the face of advertising campaigns, turning the brand into a cultural phenomenon. Over the decades, the M&M's brand not only strengthened its position in the candy market, but also became part of mass culture. Advertising campaigns featuring M&M's characters became more creative, and the candy's involvement in major events, such as sports events or movie premieres, made the brand even more visible. M&M's became an important element of pop culture associated with joy, fun, and relaxation. Today, M&M's is not just candy. It's a symbol of celebration. The candies continue to delight us with their traditional flavors, but also constantly offer something new, from limited editions to unexpected flavors and collaborations with other brands. The brand constantly develops new marketing strategies to remain relevant and attract younger audiences. Having earned the respect and love of consumers worldwide, M&M's remains an integral part of our lives. Yet, the brand never forgets that it all started with a simple idea: to create chocolate that doesn't melt. And this idea led to the creation of one of the most successful and recognizable brands in history. As we've seen, M&M's went from a simple, innovative candy to a global cultural phenomenon that continues to delight millions of people around the world. Its journey is a perfect example of how a product can evolve and adapt to the times, all while staying true to its origins. But M&M's isn't the only brand that has made an impact over the years. There are so many incredible brands out there that have shaped our lives in unique ways. So, what are your favorite brands? Which ones do you think have left the biggest mark on the world? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. We look forward to reading your comments.